We're talking about some piping hot and controversial topics today because you know it's gotta be crazy if people are praising and agreeing with James Charles for once. Yes, you heard me. People are actually praising him right now for what he had to say when he was asked about the TikTok ban. We're also talking about Olivia Rodrigo's team making the decision to no longer pass out the morning after pill at her shows after the conversation surrounding it went viral online this week. And there's also some couple drama that's gone on as people tried to accuse Grammy winner Bryan of cheating on his girlfriend Brianna Chicken Fry and giving someone an STI. She's responded and had some choice words for those spreading around this specific narrative. Clearly it's been a whole mess, so let's get right on into everything going down. Let's start with this whole mess of an STI drama. The T page on Instagram, Talk posted, Bryan allegedly gave a girl he hooked up with an STI while in a relationship with, as everyone knows her, Brianna Chicken Fry. The receipts shared in this were screenshots of text messages from last June, and the story of this all that was sent in said, he first sent me a message June 1st. We hung out 4 separate times since then. Found out about the STD June 20th. He said he had shows in Ohio and New York, so he was going to wait until after to take the antibiotics to cure it because he knew he would be drinking at the show. The New York show that Brie went on stage for, not sure of the exact date, she posted the TikTok of her on her influencer trip saying she's on a antibiotic and can't drink, but it was around that time. Then there are text messages. This is like the proof that they were texting. It's videos Zach sent of his dog and trying to coordinate hanging out. There's also these text messages of him in the studio and her giving him compliments. And then this one that says, thank you. Was it a full panel? Sorry, talking to my doctors. She says, yes, everything's negative except for trichomoniasis. I got blood work too for HIV, hepatitis, and syphilis, all negative. Thank you. I'm so insanely sorry. First time for me, and I hope you don't think I'm disgusting. Brianna ended up seeing this going around and was not happy, and she responded by saying people have the timeline so wrong of when her and Zach got together, and that these messages date back to a time when she was dating someone entirely different, so this doesn't even make sense. She said on her Instagram story, just found out my boyfriend was cheating on me while I was still with my ex. Didn't know that was possible. Wow. Apparently I have STDs too. Thank you so much, guys, for all this information. She then posted, the internet is a weird, hateful place. I've been aware of that since I started in 2019. I've been absolutely silent about the world bashing, tearing apart, belittling, and attacking our relationship for the past 8 months because I'm kind and would rather turn my cheek. But it gets to a point where you guys have to realize the reality of what you say online has actual effects on people's lives and mental health. I know for a fact not one of you would have been as strong as I have been through all of this hate. Proud of myself and proud of my relationship. Thank you to all the normal people who support 2 people in love. Suck my literal to the rest. XOXO. Gonna continue absolutely crushing life and being iconic. Now, when it comes to these two, people have had a lot to say in general about their relationship, with people having really loved Zach's previous girlfriend and feeling like he left her for Brianna, and the fact that Brianna and him got together very quickly after both of them were just with other people. But she clearly does not care what people have to say or what the speculations may be. She's just letting everybody know that they're happy and they're together. Now, as for Olivia, she's been a hot topic this past week after this photo was shared from her concert and it went viral. Someone had shared they received the morning after pill at the concert, and this then started a whole big conversation. For Olivia's tour, she had previously mentioned that she was launching the Fun for Good and that a portion of all the proceeds from ticket sales from her Guts World Tour would go to the Fun for Good that support a number of things that she later explained in a TikTok.
And before I pop on stage, I wanted to come on here and talk about something that I'm really excited about, which is the Fun for Good, which is an initiative that I'm launching as part of the Guts World Tour. The Fun for Good works to support all women, girls, and people seeking reproductive health freedom. The fund will directly support community-based nonprofits that champion things like girls' education, support reproductive rights, and prevent gender-based violence. A portion of all of the proceeds from the ticket sales of the Guts World Tour will go to the Fun for Good, which I'm very excited about. And for the North American leg of the Guts World Tour, I'll be partnering with the National Network of Abortion Funds to help those impacted by healthcare barriers in getting the reproductive care they deserve. To learn more about reproductive health resources and how you can help, visit abortionfunds.org, or you can stop by the National Network of Abortion Funds table at your local Guts World Tour stop. So thank you so much for supporting this cause that I care so deeply about, and I can't wait to see you all on tour. Thanks again. Mwah.
Every night of her tour so far, she's tagged on her story where ticket proceeds from that specific night will go. At her shows, there's also a table as she's partnered with the NNAF, and they are playing games with fans, talking about women's health at the shows. And in St. Louis, it was made known that they were giving out things such as the morning after pill, condoms, and stickers. It's been almost a month into tour now, but news of this happening has just made its way into mainstream media. Tweets went around saying Olivia Rodrigo handed out Plan B and condoms to fans at the Guts World Tour in St. Louis from Missouri Abortion Fund. Free Plan B is being given out at Olivia Rodrigo's Guts World Tour in St. Louis tonight by @MO Abortion Fund. I think a lot of people were under the impression, based on the posts like these, that everyone in the audience was just getting sent home with a pill, or that this was forced upon people, when in reality it was a booth at the concert and people could go up and ask about it. There was also only one photo going around of someone getting it. Like, everyone was using the same exact photo, so it's not like everyone had gotten it or people were posting it upset that they had gotten it. Everyone was just using the same exact photo, so it really didn't seem like there was a lot being handed out. But there were a lot of upset people online, and all of the talk about it has now led Olivia's team to end this offering. And Variety reported this week saying, organizers tell Variety that after widespread media attention, local abortion funds were told Thursday afternoon that they were no longer allowed to hand out free emergency birth control pills and other reproductive health resources at the concerts. According to 3 sources at local abortion funds, that decision came from Rodrigo's team and was relayed over Slack by the National Network of Abortion Funds, which partnered with the pop star to set up booths at each of her North American tour stops. Jade Hurley, the communications manager for the DC Abortion Fund, says the NNAF said Rodrigo's team preferred they no longer pass out lubrication, condoms, and Plan B because children are present at the concerts. So that's what's been talked about at Olivia's show recently. It's clearly been a lot and a big controversial conversation, as there's a lot of opinions to go around about such a topic. But speaking of controversial topics, James Charles found himself getting some praise this week, you guys. Praise. I know, it's shocking. People were very shocked by the fact that they were finding themselves agreeing with some of the things that James had to say in a recent interview. Rare for sure, but James attended the GLAAD Awards the other night, and while on the carpet, he was asked about the possibility of TikTok getting banned in the United States, which, if you aren't aware, this is something being discussed right now. And although this has been a conversation before, this time it does seem more likely than ever for this to be a possibility. Despite there being bigger issues out there, this seems to be what the government is focusing on right now. The main reason for the ban is that they want the app to cut ties with China. The House passed a bill Wednesday that would require ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, to either sell the app or face a ban on US devices. Mike Gallagher, who chairs the House Select Committee on China and is the lead GOP sponsor of the bipartisan bill, claims classified and unclassified national security assessments show that the app is a threat to user privacy and that it's been used to target journalists and interfere in elections. And that is the main reason they want ByteDance to no longer own TikTok. And like I said, there's been a huge conversation about how a lot of people feel like there are bigger issues out there, but this is what they're choosing to focus on. And so as this all has been debated online, James Charles gave his 2 cents on it when he was interviewed, and the clip has gone viral.
It's the dumbest that I ever heard. Makes me so mad beyond belief. We are starving, people are dying, people are in jail for charges. We're in a war that we should not be in the first place. And TikTok is our most pressing concern? I don't think so. It's also infuriating and a test to our political system that bill got introduced, 5 minutes ago, and it was passed this morning, and I was already going to the Senate, whereas there's already all sorts of bills that take weeks, months, years, and never get anything done to them. I don't think so. It goes to show, if somebody wants something done, it can be done, but we love to dilly-dally and make not happen, so I'm over it. It's stupid, and it really goes to show that with this election year, you need to get out and vote and do something.
He was trending the next day, which he posted onto his story was triggering since his name was all over Twitter, and it's usually not a good thing for him, but this time the response was much different. People said things like, "Rare James Charles W. Never did I think I'd so violently agree with James Charles. I never thought I'd see the day where James Charles is 100% right." Okay, this was a slay. You know the government is so bad when James Charles has a point. First and probably the last time I'll say this, but James Charles ate that up. I did not think I'd wake up from my nap to see James Charles spilling like this. Agreeing with James Charles was not on my bucket list. Although this certainly doesn't change how people feel about James and things that he's done, It was certainly just a shock for everyone to find themselves agreeing with something that he's said for once. But that is what James had to say on this whole situation. I certainly want to know what you guys think about the possibility of a TikTok ban. And I also want to know what you guys think about Olivia Rodrigo and all that's being talked about her passing out the morning after pill and the fact that they're not doing it anymore. Also, Brianna Chicken Fry clapping back at people who were accusing Zach of cheating on her when they were not even together. Let me know all of your thoughts about everything in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.